Ah, yes. We are live. We also have the dishwasher turned on. But that's okay. I wonder if that works. Can't tell. Am I up? I don't hear any sound. Uh-oh, I don't have any sound. I do have sound. Well, that's got a slow day today. It's slow. Hey there. Good morning. Nah, it's not gonna work. Good day. Wait a minute. I can't hear you though. Tony, can you say something? See if I'm up? I don't think I am. What is going on again? Live stream. Connecting the software. Now the 8-ball is talking. Oh. Something's wrong. I don't want that on. Stream elements. What are you doing to me? Speech chat. Speech chat doesn't even seem like it says I'm offline. I'm doing okay. Apparently some of my systems are a little messed up, but I'm trying to get them fixed right now. Okay. Hey there, how are you? I have massive lag today for some reason. And that's because I am not in the right chat. Of course I'm not in the right chat. Okay, we got it back. Yeah, it's just a constant battle with me. It's okay. We're good. Hi everybody. Savvy one, how are you? Or Savoy. Nope, Savvy. Hi Tony, hi Chrissy. Thank you for showing up. There's all kinds of things you can play with, but I don't know how they work, so I'm not going to help you trying to figure them out because I don't know. I had to load a new OBS, so can't complain. Mostly because no one's gonna listen. So why complain? Let's see. Yeah, I had that problem before, Chrissy. It just, I don't know what it's doing. I'll paint. And we'll just hope everything works eventually. Just gonna try to finish this thing up. Oh, that brush is some beat up on the ends. Wow. I need just a touch of blue. Remember where I put it, it'd be helpful. Squirt. There we go. Let's see. Shape would be kind of like so. Let's just maybe a little bit block that in. Just kind of adding a little bit of color to this rock, just a little bit, kind of. So when I add a little bit of white to it, or actually we're going to go with a light blue instead. Maybe a little off blue at the same time. It's kind of the color is just kind of a gray blue. We'll probably darken that one up in there. I'll go just a tiny bit brighter on the top. Just gonna kind of Not like it's covered in bird mess, you know. Gotta put a little line right in here. Maybe just a little something. Gotta pull that out just a little bit. Grab some darker blue. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? Sure. You may not reach, Chrissy. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't do anything to it yesterday, so just left it alone. I had stuff to do. Actually had work to do, believe it or not. Got weird being doing anything that resembles work, but it's nice. It felt good. Oh yeah. I know, you just don't love me anymore, Chrissy. I get it. It's okay. I see how it is. No, I totally understand filming. It's a lot nicer when you got a couple in the can and you don't have to think about them. I've been editing every day, but unfortunately I'm not editing my own stuff. I would love to be editing my own stuff. But I'm just editing photos. I'm not editing video or anything like that. Let's see if we can soften that just a tiny bit. Not to mention that little kitten is taking a lot of time, that's for sure. but it's doing really, really well. Starting to run around like a lunatic and it's eating pretty much, except for occasionally kneading. Pretty much has it. We have it off the bottle pretty much now. Grab a bigger brush real quick. The occasional tiny accident, but yeah, she's doing pretty good. Here you go, sweetie. How are you? Hey, two old vets. How's it going? Thank you for hitting. Guess we know what that means. We know where you are. Excuse me for 1 second. I just gotta grab a drink of my apple juice here. Yes, it's not soda. Just a little different. Just wish they would shape just a hair differently. There we go. That's kind of what I want. Thank you. I like them. They make me feel good. It's nice to feel good sometimes. YouTube seems to like them too, according to what videos do when they're there we go. Yeah, that works. Maybe we'll throw a little right in there. Okay, one rock. Thank you very much. Still didn't take this one out though. Still didn't plan ahead of time. Just kind of doing it on it comes in. Will went to get a new dog. Roswina? You got another one? And you ended up with two of them. Is that what happened? Because that sounds about what might happen. In my house, anyway. Oh, we're just gonna go pick up this kitten for my sister-in-law. Okay, no problem. Oh, by the way, maybe it's not leaving. It's not leaving. It has become forever here. That's not a terrible thing, is it, Roswina, having two more puppies? Let's see, I think maybe we need just a touch of... I want to go with light blue, but I need to add some white to it. So just kind of gray it out just a tiny bit. I'm going to add a little bit of this green. Just a tiny bit. So he didn't leave it behind, I take it? And then I gotta go ahead and do something about that sky that looks just like boring snot. No other word to describe it. It's just kind of, it's there, but it's like, why is it there? It's got. So we're gonna take. Well, congratulations on your new family member. Really hurt your feelings, I'm sure. Just breaks your heart that you have to take care of a couple more babies. A little dark color right here. And just a tiny bit more paint, a little bit of water. Sorry if that mic's scratching on my sleeve. I try not to get it to do that, but you get sick of fighting with it after a while. Yeah. Are you sure it's a small heart? Or is it a big person that's just got a big heart for little puppies? So just the tiniest bit of water on that. Just to get this to move just a tiny bit. Milk truck. Let's maybe grab just a little bit more water. We're talking, I'm only touching just the very, very tip of that, so I'm not getting it very deep in the water. Let's kind of see if we can ask these guys to move on just a touch. Just kind of blend that down into those because those are nice and dry now, so we do. I have not been on Facebook in a while. Just briefly this morning for 2 seconds. Kind of like that, I think, is what I would like. Having it. Thank you. Pretty good at pretending, aren't I? Good morning. Hello, Angela M. Feeling better today, I hope. I'm hoping. Let's see if we can add get a little bit of color, maybe just touch that. Thank you. I'm glad. Play with this makeup brush for a minute here. Gonna use a slate blue instead of white. I better also though because the paint seems to be drying wicked super fast today. Just wanted that hint of green right there. I guess I better add some white. I've been putting it off. It's not that I'm cheap, it's just I actually have to go to the store today, which, to be honest with you, is freaking me right out. If we can be truthful, except for my little outing to go get ice cream down in the bay where I was outdoors. I have not been in public. So I am a little... I don't go out very often anymore, anywhere, even when everything's fine. Oh no, we have delivery, it's just... Oh, somewhat. Just I have to purchase some paint and kind of have to do this, I think. Can't stay bottled up in this cocoon the rest of my life. I hope I don't lose it. That's, to be honest with you, for a few weekends. I mean, most of what happens is I'll go and sit in the car and wait. I obviously don't go alone because I don't drive very often. I was driving my son home from school when he was just in junior in high school. He had just got his permit. Because he just hadn't had no interest in driving. He actually still does not have his driver's license. He's just not interested. And that was my first attack, my first time I ever lost consciousness. And luckily we had stopped at a stoplight. And he reached over, smart kid, grabbed the emergency brake handle, pulled it up. But they only allowed me to drive like 3 miles from my home, which is a store, and not ever by myself. Licensed or permitted driver has to be with me at all times. It could have been worse. They could have taken my license. They did take my CDL license, but I'm not going to complain. At least I still get to be able to move about. But the geniuses left me with a motorcycle license. Go figure that one out. So outings for me is kind of a big deal. Let's see, we'll get that like that and like that. Kind of shadowed in there a little bit, maybe throw a little dark right in this corner. Yeah. Guess they figure if I hurt myself on a motorcycle, so I may be smart enough not to do it. Nah. But I do not know where the keys are. I think my wife actually gave them to my mother, which I don't think is at all funny. You taking care of Sid over there? Oh, I'm sad to hear about his leg, that's for sure. Alright, what do we got? So I think the only step we got left here is the one that freaks me out a little. Just supporting. I miss seeing you, that's for sure. These are water, so don't freak out. Well, this one isn't really, but it's gonna look a little weird until it dries. Sid got hurt, so I doubt he has. Sid tore up his leg. Messed himself up. Came in starting trouble. I see why I have those two as moderators. Otherwise they time each. They would time each other out. They'd have each other in timeout. And you miss him, you know it. Oh, poor Sid. Does that work? Let's see if we can snap that spot right there, maybe. What do you think? Right about here? I'll go light blue. There. Kind of crazy. I need just a tiny bit right about here. Let me grab a little brush. Let's grab just a tiny makeup brush. Not tiny, I'm sure you guys have seen smaller, but let's turn that off so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, right? Probably helpful. funny, I don't hear very many people call him by his first name. I don't think very many people know it. It's funny how many people don't actually know your first name, even though it's in your About section. There, that's okay. I like that, alright. Maybe one more over there. Had me right. Yeah. You know how often I get called my first name? Yeah, it does. Come to think of it, I sent you mail that way. I think I had just put your first name on it in Carolina Hillbilly. I totally forgot about that. Sorry about that. Kind of goofy because I do know your first name and your last name. Oh, I gotta check something real quick. I think my thing just came apart. Where are they? Yeah. Guys will have to excuse me for 2 seconds. My brush is coming loose here. Excuse me while I fix it real quick before it comes apart on me and I lose it. Oh, come on, get in there. It's always the Spice Girls that try to jump out at you. Hey, Anthony. So I'm just repairing this brush with a simple heat shrink. It's a electrical heat shrink. Man, let me show you because I might as well show you up here. I wet the brush so it's soaked. This is just a shrink tube. This part right here is coming loose. That part's coming loose right here. So basically what I'll do is I'll slip this over. I can see that it stops right there. It's just a little torch. Make sure you try to avoid getting the metal too hot over there. And then we'll do a little bit right down there to keep that tight. Kind of melt it a little bit there. And then seals it up tight. Keeps the water out of it. Keeps the ferrule from coming off. Thing is, drop it in the water though, because that torch is hot and will actually get to the glue if you're not careful with it. That's bye, Tony. Thank you for swinging by. But now you can see it's not loose at all. It doesn't come off. It's kind of I do that when they're brand new. I'll actually run a little bead of silicone right here, right where the ferrule meets. Then I put these on, heat shrink them, and they work really, really good. I have it on almost everything I paint with. You know, that's actually gold all the way up to here. Any of the ones that I give a hoot about, really. Here, I can show you one with and one without. Without, with. You can see how far they go. Yeah, it saves on it, and they're not expensive, and they work better than masking tape. They work a lot better than masking tape does, because masking tape eventually will get wet and sticky and become all yucky. Alright, let's see. What do we got? We got that spot there. Looks like I got one spot I should probably touch up in the back there. Let's grab it just a touch of yellow. A little bit of green. Gotta bring that color up just a tiny bit. I don't want to go too far above it. Maybe just a little bit right here. Like so. Alright. 50 minutes. Not too bad. I could do a whole nother bunch of rocks right here, but I think what I'll do is I'll leave that like that. I want the water to be fairly calm, kind of like there's not a lot going on. Thank you. Oh, I just wrapped my cord around my arm. I think I need to add one more sun ray though, I think, just because it looks just a tiny bit. I don't know if it's sun ray. Who knows what it is? That'll dry in a second. I don't want them too deep. Of course, I got like that a solid line though. I just noticed it has 2 lines in it. We'll put that right up in there, kind of. Like so. Like so. And don't worry about that edge I just drooped down on because that's actually tape. So let's pull the tape off and take a peek at the whole thing. Then we can decide if I need to continue on or if I should just move on to... Alright, let's figure out our puzzle. Puzzle piece number 1. This was an old canvas. I'm not worried about that. We'll take care of that in a second. Up and away. Let's make sure we take care of that right now, actually. That's actually black paint that bled from the other side. Funny, this is normally, this is titanium. Normally this stuff will cover everything. But you put a mat around this anyway, so you're not going to see this, but... You know, you'll have a mat right up against that, but I just wanted to soften it, look, because it just looked terrible to me. And when it drives me crazy, I gotta deal with it, or I just sit there and stare at it. No, I didn't stick it to this, if I could keep it away from it. Well, peel that right off there. Let's get it off that board. Grab my mouse, bring that down for you guys. Thank you very much to all that. You take care of yourself. Hope you enjoyed it. Be well, stay safe. Let's turn off the light up there so it's not so blurry. I think it came out okay, you know. Somebody asked me the other day how long why I paint occasionally right-handed. I'm right-handed. That's right hand. That's left hand. Yes, that's the hand I paint with. I paint left-handed. I am right-handed. I paint left-handed because I hurt my right arm when I first started. And I was in a brace, and I was learning from Chrissy Canvas Art and Anthony Gray, who are both left-handed, and Ben Stivers, and he's left-handed, so it was just easier. And of course, you know, I've been ambidextrous my whole life, and you know, really was left-handed when I was born through first grade. But I went to Catholic school where they believed that it was the sign of the devil way back then, and they had you right-handed. So kind of a stupid thing, but it does allow me to use a whole lot more of my brain, that's for sure. Hey Carrie, how are you? So that one came out okay. Just a basic little island with a rock. Didn't want to get too carried away with how everything was gonna look. I think it's pretty cool. It definitely looks different than what I was painting a long time ago, that's for sure. I wish I had an old island picture I could show you guys where I've started from and where I am now. I don't think I do though. Before it was pretty boring. It was just green, white line, you know. Oh, that's what's on the back. I didn't realize that was on the back side of it. So we have winter and summer. Anyway, I have another painting to work on real quick. If you guys want to hang out, you can. Yeah, I don't like the way stuff. This is one where my brain shut down and everything went crazy. That's crooked. I just want to work on that tree just a little bit. Because I've got to... Oh, thank you. I got another half hour, so I might as well use up my half hour, right? Hey, Dre, how are you? Sorry. I'm apologizing now. Dre doesn't like me anymore. It's not my fault. Not gonna be able to really see these a whole lot right now, but once I put everything in it, you'll see them. Hope everything's good today, Dre. Me. I'm completely tameable. I just am not brave enough to argue. But if you want to argue, you can go right ahead. But just to let you know, Dre, a lot of stuff is not going to be finished for a long time, so I think you're going to be safe for a while. Because these... this stuff is a work in progress right now, so this stuff isn't finished product stuff. But I do appreciate it. It has allowed me to purchase a new camera, finally, after all the issues I had with the other one. Just a basic webcam one. I mean, well, a good webcam. I did fix the other one last night, but it does not work on a Mac. It only works on a PC. The one they sent me was shorted out inside, and they didn't stand behind it. They basically, you buy it, too bad, we're going to send you what we feel like wasn't even what I ordered, but it was a long fight, and it didn't really accomplish anything. So, I know better. It does work on my son's PC. I took it apart and found a shorted out whole circuit in it. I added a new diode that was in it. It goes to the mechanism that controls the feed to the lens. You guys don't care. Sorry, it's just a nerd thing. Maybe not be able to get them to work all the time, right? But I can certainly build them still, I guess. Which makes me feel good, because I thought my brain was kind of totally gone. It's nice to know there's a few electronic brain cells left in there. This is very meticulous, monotonous, I'm sorry. Meticulous, it's not so meticulous, it's very monotonous. My friend Goswina is really good at this type of stuff, but this drives me crazy. I don't have the patience for this. She can do this all day long. Me, I'll start going crazy after a couple minutes. Let's put that right up in there, and the top branch part. And these are just base colors, just to let you know, these aren't the colors. These are going to not remain this color. This is like an underpainting type color. I'll go back in and add some other tones here. Just paint that one. Put the shadows underneath it and then kind of put your little highlights on the top, you know. I gotta make sure these aren't the same length because Nell will come in and tell me I'm making carbon copies of the drones and plants are not drones. She gets mad when I do that. And yes, it is weird taking the time to paint a building and then covering it with foliage, but I guess that's just the reality of what everything really looks like, right? That one should be longer. You know, the old building stuck in the swamp. And it's kind of relaxing. You just sit here and maybe have a cup of coffee and relax and think about what you got to do for today, what you want to ignore for the day. What you're told you're going to do for the day. That part of it I'm pretty good at ignoring. A lot of practice, you know. Bring that right down to the ground just about. Thank you. I like to paint green. I love green. Green is my favorite color. My car is a ginger ale green. My motorcycle is 11 different colors of green. Except the flames. The flames are not. The flames are, I think it took like the 6 or 8 layers to get the flames. They're ghost flames. Every single one, Dre. They're not always visible completely. Oh yeah, they're there. For instance, I'll show you this one only because this one is, I like people to look. Wouldn't be a red bird in that, would there? If you look right where my finger is, there's a red bird. You can just make it out. That one's a little easier to see. But yeah, they're all there. Every painting. Some are easier to see than others. But I do hide them. They're there, Dre. You just have to locate them. They're not always going to be uber visible. Sometimes I'll hide them. I'll show you this one even though I just painted this one. But if you look carefully, right there, there's a red bird. Yeah, they're in there. Sometimes they're dark though, Dre. Sometimes they're very hard to find. I try to always, I mean, if I miss one, it's pretty unusual. Sometimes I integrate them, like this one's part of the eye and this bird, or whatever they are. You know, can't show you too many because then it's not as fun when you gotta go look for them. When you know where they are, they're. But yes, they're there. Sometimes they're hidden. You'll see just a little peek of it someplace, or nope, it doesn't necessarily going to be a bright red one. But you probably did find it if. Some of them can be this color right here, kind of a rusty colored. You're lucky, Dre, they used to be black ones, but they just weren't really noticeable. And if you have a really old painting, it might be a blackbird. But it'll have a yellow dot for an eye, so. I did have them all written down at one point. But I've painted so many paintings now that I've kind of lost track where they are myself. Nope. No. You already got your package yesterday. Those are old. I like blackbirds. This is kind of a weird tree I'm painting here. And I know I get asked all the time, well, what are you painting? That tree doesn't look like a tree, anything I've ever seen. They're probably not. I can do fir trees very well. I do know how to paint trees, but I paint what comes out of my head. I don't necessarily paint what's in nature. These are not reproductions of anything. Anything that I paint is, with the exception of maybe one or two pieces I've done. Everything else is me. What's in there? I've got. Are you allowed to, Dre? Nice guy. You can tell it's getting late in the day. My lungs are starting to wheeze a little bit. Sorry about that. If you guys can hear that over the microphone, I apologize. I'm good for about 2 or 3 hours or so before I have to snap an inhaler. Not giving up though. Oh, this one's just downright crazy. And that's not even the bright yellow that I'm putting on here yet. I got mad respect for you, man. I have a wife that has dissociative identity disorder. So I know all about what it's like to deal with traumatized people. She's everything to me, though. Her and my kids and my grandkid. And yes, if anybody's gonna ask, she does. Have multiple people living in there. And I'm afraid there's going to be a lot more of them. People with dissociative identity disorder after all this garbage is done. Too much possibility of abuse with everybody being locked up together. Unfortunately, there's evil in the world. Or there's something I've never shared with anybody. And yes, I did ask before I said anything to anybody, just so you know. Dre, would you like me to paint you a personal one just for you? I would consider that. Paint Dre and escape. That's what I'll do, Dre. I'll paint you something like... Let's see. There we go. Take care. We'll see you later. We'll paint Dre an island where Dre can escape to. You too, KK. Be safe, please. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming by. Uh-oh. Nothing there? Nothing there? Hi, how's it going? What's going on? I don't know what you're talking about. Aisha, how's it going? What are you doing? I didn't say anything. So much trouble. I know. I'm not saying anything because she can kick my butt. Or where she can call my wife. That's worse than getting my butt kicked. I was picking on Chrissy one time and my wife walked by and heard it and smacked me in the back of the head for doing it. It's like, hey, what the heck? We'll just do a couple like that. Hi, Aisha, how are you? Uh-oh, she stopped talking. Oh, sorry. I don't remember what was in there, Aisha. I'm sorry. Please don't be upset, but I have no clue what I put in that box. What was in that box? I don't know. Kind of looks like I'm making a Rastafarian tree though, doesn't it? had to rinse my brush for a second. Alright, that's one spot down here I don't like. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry. There. Yeah, it works. It's crazy. It's completely crazy how that tree came out. It is. I think we need to go a little dark in there. Just kind of maybe deepen that up just a tiny bit on the inside. Grab just a little bit of red and a little bit of blue. Mix it in with some Van Dyke brown. Let's go ahead and take this tree in here. Kind of bring it to darkness just a tiny bit. Just smack my face into that microphone. That felt good. Not sure how I did it. It's attached to my face. This is going to sound like a goofy question. And don't think I'm like crazy, but what is ASMR? Don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know. Why I don't know what that is. Of course, then again, I don't remember what I did yesterday, so I've probably been told what that is about a million times. That's like for the longest time I had no clue what SMH stood for. Tony Damien says it to me all the time, and I was like, okay. Oh, okay. Feelings. I can do that. I'm not real good at actually tagging my videos about much, to tell you the truth. That one looks kind of strange out of place, because it has no dark in it at all. Just gotta relax that right there and just kind of let that go up in there just a little bit. Okie dokie. I will do that. Trey, I've been married 32 years, my friend. Trust me. I'm used to being told over and over again what I forget. And reminded over and over again that I forget something. I'm good at it. I can go pro next year, I think. I was going to go with the lurking special nomination for lurking Olympics, but you know, Hillbilly's already got the first place down, so I'm not going to take it away from him. He holds that record. Alright, did I make an hour and a half? I did, yay, look at that. Oh. No problem. Yeah, I didn't know, I don't know if you heard what I told everybody before you got in, I think. I know a lot about mental illness because of what I deal with my wife every day with the dissociative identity disorder. That's why sometimes some of your videos, so cool. Yeah. But she's been dealing with that for a lot of years, and it's quite a battle some days. But she's still here, so that's all I care about. It does make for an interesting relationship, that's for sure. Anyway, so we got that one done. We finished the other one. I think I threw stuff on top of, I'm sure, because I do that occasionally. I did. I threw my hat on top of it. We finished this one today. Yep. That's why I disappear sometimes in some of your videos, some of your lives, because you hit subjects that I can't quite deal with. Finished that one today. I like it. It will have a bird. Shortly after I sign out, the bird will end up in it. Yeah, I know. I gotta clear the one I just showed a minute ago. That's actually was on my list of things to clear today. And I will get that one cleared. Then I will finish up the rest of my day doing some other stuff. And then I'm going to work on, actually I got to take this down so I can dry without being damaged. My next painting I'm going to work on is this one. And Dre, let me know we can figure out if you're allowed to have a painting. I gotta go clear. This is what I'm gonna go clear right now. Lady J is getting one that's very close to this one. That's right here. And she decided that she would like to have the turtle, which has taken me a little bit to convince myself to part with, but I'm going to part with my turtle painting, my sunset turtle. So, this isn't finished yet. That one's not finished yet. Still gotta work on it. Still painting them. I can't sell them until I finish them. Andre, you were asking. Nope. Not 100% sure that one's finished quite yet. That's the problem. Some of these are not done. This isn't done. You asked me about it, but it's not quite finished. I got to change the tone of the water right here. It needs to be a little darker on both edges. A little bit lighter, so keep the light in the middle and go a little darker. There. Then I got a little bit more work to do. Actually, I could turn on the light for this one. This painting took me a long time. I still have work to do in here. Some shadows. I don't know if it's completely done yet. That's the problem. The ones that you have are ones that I knew were finished because I painted them to be finished. That's the problem I have, Aisha, is sometimes when I paint, I don't finish them completely. I have to think about them and it's been a trip for me getting rid of art, Aisha, that's for sure. It was not something I ever thought about doing before. It has helped me a lot. Like I told Dre, it has allowed me to purchase a new webcam so you guys can get a better picture instead of just what's on my computer, because that's what you're looking through right now is just a computer camera, the one that's attached to my Mac. So just give me a little time, please. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I will be soon. They're not going anywhere. Nah. I know which ones you like. I will. The one I just finished, or the one I finished today? Finished means I finished painting for the day, Aisha. Just so you know, it doesn't mean I'm finished. Just means that for today, it's just means that for today I'm finished. That's all. Oh, there it is right there, Dre. this one. Well, I have to finish it, please. The water's not done. I can't. The problem is sometimes when you paint on paper is you have to let it dry. Otherwise, you just end up with mud. See that there's no water rippling against the rock sill anywhere, and the shadows kind of got light right there. I have to take this look right here and move it over here. Otherwise, it's not. The rock looks like it's floating if I don't settle the rock into the water. At least let me finish them. I'll let you know when it's done. This one will definitely need a mat because this bled to the other side. That's the back of this painting. That's what's on the back. That's all with a palette knife. It's the only thing. I did that with a palette knife on the back. Okay. Alright. I'll leave you guys with that one. Something to look at. Thank you everybody for swinging by and chatting. I do appreciate it. I should be painting tomorrow. I'm hoping to be painting tomorrow. It's not predictable anymore. I'm sorry. It's how I've been feeling. It is. It is snow and ice. Ice and snow are my favorite things to paint, Aisha. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. No, you're not. But that's okay. We love you anyway. Yeah, that's the back. And do what? Paint the back? Or a palette knife. I can show you what a palette knife looks like. These are just pulled down, and then you just touch. This snow, I painted that, but this part, this bled through right here. Probably from tape bleed through. The acrylic doesn't bleed through the paper much. What happens is when I tape it, the paint will actually come around sometimes if I don't tape the edge tight enough and it bleeds in. But same painting. Yep. You can actually, I've had people buy these and mount them in double matted, which is a mat on this side and a mat on this side, and just a plate. It's glass with a frame with, and then it's actually hung by the top. And so, because I paint these crazy like this, I've had people made it so they could flip depending on how they were feeling. The wire just hangs up here. They use one of these. This is a copper one, but basically hang it like that. And you see how fancy these are? These are all twist knots and copper coated. So it doesn't look like a piece. Doesn't look like a. Someday maybe I'll figure that out. Excuse me. Sorry for the hiccup. I guess I'm going to take off. Thank you, everybody. I just found a painting buried underneath there. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh. Haven't seen that for a while. I wondered where that went. Thank you, everybody. And I'm going to let that dry over there so it doesn't get damaged. I'll work on this one sometime soon. This is what I just found in my stuff. I lose paintings all the time. It's kind of how my head feels sometimes like that. Yeah, it was sitting in my stuff. Buried underneath. But thank you, everybody, and please enjoy your day. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Oh, I guarantee it. Take care of yourselves, and as always, enjoy life. You love that one? My little dragon? Yeah, that one's crazy. And that one has a bird in it. Of course it does. But thank you, everybody, and I will see you guys all soon. Be well. Chrissy is where I learned to paint. Her and Anthony and Ianopolis, but Chrissy, Anthony. The other reason I can do this instead of blob. So yeah, I recommend anybody going to watch Chrissy Canvas Art or Grayscale Painting or Ianopolis or Ben Stivers. They're all on the front part of my page. It says recommended pages. That's because those people are people I recommend. They're on there because those are the people I recommend. And I don't recommend very easily. But they're very important to my life. So, I mean, everybody is, but these people have made a big difference in it. So that's why they're there. And Guzmin is there. Very intricate painting. Our art family is, as you guys know, is very sometimes crazy, but very tight group of people. Dysfunctional, sure, but that's how we like it. But we'll see you guys later. I gotta go take care of some crazy little small person. Yeah, it's not dark. It's not bright red. It's dark red. Pretty sure I know what painting you're talking about. It could be anything from a magenta, purpley, deep red color to a bright glow in the dark red. It could, they're up in clouds. No, she just seems to like me. Alright, I gotta run. We'll see you guys later. Send me an IG and I'll tell you if you're right. Bye, Chrissy. My dear friend, please take care of yourself. I hope you're getting better. And we'll see you guys all soon.